Okay, Deputy in charge for Catherine Connolly, throw a second.
Agus ara tá ceist díreach siimplí agam agus féin bríoc as freigra díreach gonta. When will the review of the local community development committees, which was due in early 18, due in early this year, has it been published? Is it completed? And if not, when will it be published? Thanks.
Minister, it's 2 minutes.
Thank you, Deputy, for the question. And since last question to have the social enterprise, I did send a copy to you. I hope you got this.
Tom Buick, got a meal market.
With reference to your previous PQ of the 8th of November 2018, a report in the LCDC review is being drafted by my department with the guidance and input from the LCDCs review steering group, and is at an advanced stage. The aim of the report is to provide a set of practical recommendations that address the challenges identified in the consultation and strengthening the operation of the LCDCs going forward. The Local Government Reform Act 2014 significantly increased the community functions in local authorities, providing for the establishment of the LCDCs, and our Public Services 2020 recognises that the LCDCs as the primary vehicle for collaboration at a local level. In this context, my department is currently involved in a comprehensive consultation with the City and County Management Association and other stakeholders to ensure that the LCDC review is as robust as possible. While this engagement has been very worthwhile, it has taken longer than anticipated. I expect to have a draft for my consideration very shortly and would hope to be published the final report in July 2019.
Very much, Minister. So I've been given a date of July this year. Now, I must say thank you for that, but it's very disappointing that it has taken this long. The review was set up way back in 17, you know that, and at that stage the LDCs were in operation for 3 years. Then various replies, before your time I might add, told us 18, 19 and now July. And are you absolutely certain it will be published in July, number one? Number two, this is vital, this document, because we have to look if they're operating properly in terms of governance, but more importantly, or equally importantly, in relation to sustainable development goals and in relation to climate change, which has taken on a new urgency.
Deputy, again, you asked a question. I've spoken to my officials and I am anxious, but we are having robust negotiations and talks, particularly with the local authorities, because they're the ones we're going to be depending on to actually deliver this scheme with the LCDCs. So what I want to do is get it right. And I actually, what you have said yourself in relation to this the social report that we did recently, I want to make sure that we get this right, and you know that we learned from the last number of years, and I'm very confident that I will have that report. I don't want to start talking about what's going to be in or out of the report, but what I want to do, I want it to be robust. I want to see that everybody gets an opportunity to express their views, and I hope that we can come back with a very strong report. I have to say the LCDCs, I must say that it's working very well around the country, but at the same time we need to look at it. We need to see if there are changes. We need to see, do we need to strengthen it, or what do we need to do to make sure that it works?
Final supplementary.
Minister, it's a little bit surreal that you're talking about a robust report. The review and the report was to see if the LDCs were robust and operating on the ground. And now we have a review and we're looking at whether the review was robust more than 2 years after it was due to report. Sorry, almost 2 years after it was due to report. You can see my scepticism here in relation to this matter. The LCDCs were set up. Of course, we all feel they're doing very good work, but the purposes of the review was to see how effective they were, but more importantly, to see if they were able to change with the changing circumstances, in particular climate change, in particular sustainable development goals, amongst many other issues. Now, it's very disappointing that it's going to take till July. If you can assure me that it will be published in July, and if you can clarify who actually is sitting on it, how many representatives of the community. I worked in local, as you know, for 17 years. I have a certain scepticism in relation to management pushing things. But the work that I've seen on the ground came from the community, and that was the best work I've ever seen.
Final response to Minister.
Thank you very much. There's a steering group within my department that's actually on this, and I'll give you a guarantee. When I go back today, I will make sure that this group immediately gets this report to me, because as soon as I get this report, I want to publish it. And I will give you a guarantee that it will be published. You're right, it's gone on too long. I need to get that report published, and I will actually start putting a bit of pressure on now to make sure. But there is a steering group there. That steering group, I want to make sure that they get it right. One of the things I will say to you, this is in your department, we have done a lot of reviews of a lot of schemes over the last 18 months, and it all takes time. And the department are working very hard, and I want to compliment the officials. This steering group are independent of me, but I want them to come in with a robust report, and I will give you a guarantee that I'll have this ready for July.